Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's your boy DK here, back with another banger. In today's video, man, we're gonna be ranking the top 10 hardest stadiums to play at in college football 25. So without further ado, let's just hop straight into the video. So in college football 25, they added the stadium pulse meter, and this meter is gonna change the dynamic of the game, especially at these 10 stadiums. And the opposing team is gonna have a hard time hearing, calling plays, changing audibles, because the atmosphere is just so electric. So coming in at the number 10 spot, we got Auburn, and Auburn is definitely one of the loudest venues that there possibly is. It's honestly really iconic. You guys probably know it from the kick six when Chris Davis returned a missed field goal for the game-winning touchdown against Alabama in the Iron Bowl. For those of you guys that watch this live, you guys know this is one of the most exciting plays you've ever seen. Returning a field goal for a touchdown for a game-winning is actually insane. I'm gonna play for you guys on screen, but as you guys can see, everybody was going crazy. Like, you just had to be there. So then coming in at the number 9 spot, we got Oregon, and honestly, their stadium isn't that big. They can only hold around 50,000 people, but their fans are really intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys watched Colorado last season, you guys definitely know that Oregon does not play around. Like, they don't care who you are. They're gonna mess you up without a doubt. Their loudest recorded game was 127 decibels, which is insane. And many NFL players can clearly remember going to Oregon for their first time and saying how they can't even hear their own thoughts inside their head. Like, it's so loud, like it's so ear damaging, like they can hear it the next day.
Oregon's really hard to play in. I never played at Oregon, but I was there my redshirt year, and I couldn't hear myself think.
Autzen Stadium is loud, it's rowdy, it's definitely a hectic place to play.
But definitely in college football 25, I feel like this is going to be a fun thing to play at, especially since they're good, and on top of that, they have a really loud stadium. It's definitely going to be hard to score points on offense, and if you got a rookie quarterback, it's going to be a tough day for him, so you're definitely going to have to lock in. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we got the Swamp, aka University of Florida, and this place right here is going to be treacherous. Not even because Florida's decent, but the thing is that in college football 25, you got to take into account two things, right? Florida is one of the loudest stadiums ever. It's an iconic venue, one. But then two, you got to realize that it's hot. And in this game specifically, it's not like Madden where you can play people forever and like they won't get fatigued. Like, they'll get fatigued, but you just sell them out for like 2 plays and you're good. But in college football 25, they have said that heat and other climate conditions will affect your players. And I feel like this venue right here is going to be one of the hardest to manage your players, just because one, Florida is really hot and it's humid and muggy, and the crowd is just insane. So you're definitely going to have a hard time with this offense, and you're going to need a lot of depth and a lot of good management skills, because University of Florida is honestly a sleeper pick in my opinion, but it's definitely going to be a hard place to play in. Coming in at number 7 spot, we got the Clemson Tigers, and this team is honestly going to be a really special team. Like, they're honestly going to be really good in my opinion. At the time I'm recording this video right now, I know this is unreleased. Like, don't be in my comments like, oh, these are subject to change, like these aren't official. Like I know guys. This team right now is 95 overall with the 87 offense but a 98 defense. This team has one of the best defenses in the game. Definitely a top 5 defense, I'm not gonna lie. A 98 defense is gonna be really hard to score on, and imagine the stadium pulse on top of that. Your screen is literally shaking, shattering on your screen. Like, definitely this team is something special right here. Clemson, over the past like 10 years, from like 2013 to 2022, they won 62-1 at home and had a 40-game win streak. So like, they're honestly insane. They had the longest home winning streak in the ACC. So this team is honestly ridiculous. Like, they're gonna be a really tough team to beat. So watch out for Clemson, man, if you guys are playing online or if you guys are just playing Dynasty or Road to Glory. Coming out to number 6 spot, we got Alabama, and Alabama always does this thing every year. Their stadium can hold 100,000 people, so this is honestly a huge venue, probably one of the biggest in college football. And with 100,000 people, it's of course going to be loud. And the thing about Alabama is that their fans are just super rowdy. I feel like in college football 25, they're definitely going to boost this up a little bit. And NFL players even say that going to Alabama is probably one of the scariest things that they've ever done. And literally, this little thing can sway the game. Like, Alabama could be worse than the other team, but just because you're playing at the Alabama, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get in your head. You're not gonna play 100%. So that's definitely why Alabama is at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we got the Big House, Michigan University, man. And it's obviously called the Big House because it's literally the biggest stadium in college football. And honestly, it's not one of the loudest. But if you really think about how Michigan is built, the infrastructure and stuff like that, Michigan is built like kind of like an NFL stadium where it's more stacked out, which like a lot of the college stadiums are kind of crowded because they're on campus, but Michigan is kind of in its own area, so it's not as loud because everybody isn't stacked on top of each other screaming towards the field, and like the noise isn't bouncing around. But Michigan is a really great team, but just because the fans can't get really loud, I feel like puts them at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we got Tennessee, and like I was saying, Neyland Stadium is stacked literally on top of each other. Like, Tennessee is very mountainous, so like they had to squish everybody in, and it's packed and it looks really narrow. And that stadium, I've actually been to that stadium, and when they run down the street and all that stuff and people are walking down and walking into the stadium, like you can definitely tell all the noise just bounces around. This stadium is definitely one of the hardest to win at because the Tennessee fans, man, they're honestly amazing. Definitely a fun time. Definitely go to a Tennessee game if you have the chance. And just real quick, I just wanted to give a quick little shout out to my boy Andy Spath. Happy birthday, bro. And if you guys want a shout out in my next video, just comment down your favorite college football team and I got you guys. If you guys are enjoying the video so far and want to keep up to date with college football 25 news, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button all the way to 3K subs, man. And I would greatly appreciate the support on the channel. So coming in at the number 3 spot, we got Georgia, and Georgia right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys. Come here real quick. Georgia has the longest home winning streak as of right now. So that just goes without saying. This is the hardest venue to play at. One of the hardest venues. I'm gonna say the hardest, but one of the hardest. And with Georgia being this good, they're good every year. They got a powerful, dynamic team. In college football 25, I think honestly they'll be top 5 team, maybe top 3 in my opinion. They got amazing recruits, amazing transfer class. Like I think this team is honestly going to do great this season. I honestly predict them being a cool 90, 96 overall, 95, maybe higher, but definitely excited to see that. So coming in at the number 2 spot, we got Penn State, and of course, Beaver Stadium can hold up to 106,000 people, the second largest college football stadium. So obviously, this makes them one of the loudest teams in the nation. They obviously have one of the best traditions, the whiteout, and I actually have video of this. We've seen this in the trailer, and you can see the stadium pulse meter just going insane, and like this will really rattle up all of your players, so you guys have to lock in. I'm literally behind the controller, but I'm scared to play. Like I couldn't imagine being a D1 athlete playing against Penn State. So then coming in at the number 1 spot, the team that is top 2 but ain't 2, man, is the Death Valley LSU Tiger Stadium, man. The LSU Tiger Stadium, like during the day, it has like a plus 500 aura, but when you get to that night game, you got plus 10,000 aura, bro. Just being in that atmosphere in Louisiana, in LSU Tiger Stadium is something special, man. Like I feel like I would dang near poop my pants, bro. Like if they gave me a football and said go score a touchdown against the whole LSU defense, bro, like they got it, bro. They got it. Like there's nothing I can do, bro. This stadium right here is probably the most iconic stadium, especially at night. Like, they should add a special stadium pulse meter just for them because I know that place is going to be jumping. Like, that's definitely going to be the hardest stadium to win in. I'm not going to lie. And their team is really good. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is a W tier list. If you guys think I've missed somebody, just let me know in the comment section down below. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.